Hey everybody, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So I am doing a follow-up video here from your comments and questions from the series that we went through when we were talking about Ann Tucker's book, What's Coming Next. And so for the video that I did on the unwinding of systems and the idea that global systems are under pressure right now, I pulled your comments and questions from there, and we're going to ask the lead team and just talk about what did the community think about that? Because I'm actually finding this to be the most helpful conversation. Is that I plant the seed on one video and you guys make all your comments and questions, and then I pull those and we do another video on those. I did that once in the Spirit Circle so far, and it was so much more interesting because we're getting everybody's input. So as much as, yeah, we love that when you guys comment because it does help the algorithm, that's not the point of this. The more you do, though, have opinions and comments about things we're talking about, I'm going to be doing this on the regular going forward. So that means the whole community will have input into the content here, basically. Okay. All right. So like I said, your comments and questions came from the episode, and I will post that episode right here. Every time I do one, I will post that particular episode right here. All right. Because I know the Ann Tucker one, I did like 7 episodes. So this one will be right there. And again, it was about unwinding of systems and the idea that global systems may be under pressure. Many people in the community said they no longer see this as left versus right. The strongest theme was humanity versus fear and division. So we have humanity and fear versus division. Many people are lower and higher vibration, right? Many people describe this as a collective dark night of the soul. Others said they feel both worried and strangely more awake. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, and I still am a little worried. Don't you feel like you have one foot in the ascension process and one foot in the lower? Is anybody else feeling that right now? And I can float back and forth like within a 30-minute period. Like I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, that's like totally 5D. Oh my God, I'm blah, Oh, and is that what the collective dark night of the soul is all about? I don't know. Several people asked if breakdown of the systems is really leading to rebuilding. So we will get to those questions. And I mean, almost everybody we listen to on a spiritual basis is basically saying that. The astrology is saying that. The lead team has been saying that it's leading to this golden future. It's actually leading us to the ascension. It's leading us to the 5D. And my goal, I've already recorded a video that explained this. I watched this 11-minute video, and I probably will be posting it tomorrow night. No, I don't know when I'm posting it, but I'm all over the place right now with a bunch of different videos coming out. So when am I going to post that? It probably would have been posted yesterday. I'm going to say that. That will be the order I post it. So it was the best video that I watched on the ascension, on the, people experiencing 5D right now and people who are experiencing 3D. And so, join me for that conversation. It was last night. All right. So, but the reason I was bringing that up is that I guess the part that gets me worried is I want to prepare for the 3D happenings, however best I can, but not being in fear about it because I want to stay in the 5D, like getting prepared to just stay in the 5D, So that's the part yeah. That's what I'm trying to get at here, basically. Several people asked if breakdown is really leading to rebuilding again. Many wanted more clarity about who or what is behind the change. Now, I've already done a bunch of videos on that in the previous days, so you could just go back through my feed. They're all in order. Some people ask how to stay grounded without becoming afraid. Exactly. Others wanted to know what practical preparation really means. Okay, so let's find out. Let's find out. All right, I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our lead team collective, the community, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, lead team. Thank you so much for being here. I already did the love challenge today, you guys. It just depends on how many videos I've recorded. So we're all set there. So lead team, we've got some pretty important questions for you. We're feeling like it's a pretty important time, both excited and a little nervous, I would say is probably the norm. Not for everybody, but that's kind of how I'm feeling. I'm feeling a little scared and a little excited at the same time. Okay, is that the norm, would you say, for all light workers to feel that would you expect us to be feeling a little scared and a little excited? Okay. So are we hurting our chance of ascension by this feeling a little fear? No. Okay, good. That's all I really need to know. Is humanity entering a collective dark night of the soul? Yes. But is that going to keep is it going to keep humanity in the 3D? Yes. Is it going to, at least initially, it will? Yes. Is it going to keep humanity in the 3D for a long time? No. Okay. So are some of us going to be ascending before others? Yes. Okay. So some of us will be ascending. Okay, that makes sense. As people are quote unquote waking up to the reality of the 3D. Yes. Okay. Are more people waking up because old systems feel less believable? Yes. Is it possible that fear is making the situation seem worse? No. So are you saying the situation is pretty sketchy? Yes. Okay. So are you saying that we have reason to feel a little fear about this because it's such a big change for us? Yes. Okay. So our fear is reasonable. Yes. Is it important for us? Obviously, it's important for us to work through that fear. Yes. Okay. Is preparing in whichever way we each feel we need to prepare, even just for, again, we've already talked about this, you guys, like lead team, you said preparing for about 6 months of, if you can, preparing for about 6 months of maybe just some of your favorite foods. Doesn't mean you're going to have a complete shortage, but I don't think, are we going to have shortages of food? Yes. Okay. Like 100% shortage? Like, no. Okay. Does it depend on where you live? Of course. That's why this conversation is a little hard. Even in the United States, there may be, it might be just this shortage and that shortage. And then some countries, unfortunately, are going to maybe even be hungry. Is that true? Yes. Okay. So that's why this month we're taking care of ourselves, and then going forward, we can look outward. But right now we're taking care of ourselves. They're saying yes. You guys might even have more questions that I could actually pull from this video and do again. The problem is I record like 3 videos in a row, so there won't be like an immediate response to this one. You know what I mean? Because I've already, like, there'll be other ones scheduled in between, but maybe you need a little space in between anyways, these conversations. I'm just trying to think of what would be helpful for me to know that I haven't asked them already, but, or that I have asked them already. So do we need to prepare for more than 6 months? No. Will some people be fine preparing for 3 months? Yes. Should people use their own inner guidance and ask their guides for what's appropriate for them? Yes. Like, you'll know. You'll feel it. If you feel fear around something, and hopefully you have some control around it. If you don't have control around it, then just ask for guidance. Just say, well, I don't have the funds to buy more than 3 months. Am I going to be okay? And just ask for that guidance and let it come to you. Okay? And maybe the guidance, I don't know, maybe some kind of resource will show up on your doorstep. You know what I mean? So yes, we have to kind of, this is our time, you guys, to lean into our intuition, to lean into our prayers, to lean into our requests. They're saying yes. Is this a big time for our spirit guides to really provide assistance to us more than like normal? Yes. So they got a job to do too. They want humanity to ascend. Yes, they do. Okay. So just remember, they're doing a job too, and they want us. Our spirit guides want us to ask. Yes. So get it chopping. Write your letters to them. This would be a good time to do a 30-day challenge. We're not organized to do it here as a group. Do it for yourself. This would be a great time to do a 30-day challenge, writing letters that we have done. If you want to, we do have the journals set up in our shop for a 30-day challenge. You could get one of those, or you could just use a piece, 30 pieces of paper and write 30 days. This is actually a really good time to do that, you guys. I'm just not in the headspace right now to coordinate it as a community. Not that I really coordinated it too much, besides getting the journals together, but the journals are listed below in the description. So they're saying yes, yes, yes. So that would be a really good thing. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll do that for myself too. All right. Because then every day you can just address what fears you're having and ask for their support on it. Wouldn't that be a good idea? Yes. Don't complicate it. If you didn't do the 30-day challenge before, you just literally say, dear guides, dear spirit guides, this is how I'm feeling. I need some guidance on this. And then let it go and let the guidance come to you. It's as easy as that. It does not have to be complicated. They just keep saying yes, yes, yes. Okay. Could this period help people stop choosing political sides? Yes. Again, humanity versus right versus left. Is humanity being pushed to focus more on each other than this in systems that support each other? Yes. Is that why 6 months of supplies would be helpful for us to let other people start waking up to what's going on, let them do that, get what they need, and then after that, the systems, we will start to see what we need to do collectively then to help humanity? Yes. Okay. That's helpful. That's helpful. All right. So breakdown or rebuild. So many of you said you no longer see this as total destruction. You see it as a painful restructuring that will lead somewhere better. You said may lead somewhere better, but will, or Mabel did, AI. So I love that so much. So lead team, how accurate are we to think, I just got major chills, so yeah, you guys are on point there. Is this total destruction of humanity at this point? No, no. Is this what may feel like a painful restructuring? Yes. Okay. Whew, deep breath, right? A deep breath. Is most of our fear, at least mine, coming from just the unknown? It's just the unknown. Yes. Yeah. Will we each, will everybody here in this community settle in nicely to the changes that are coming? Yes. Will each of us in this community settle in comfortably to the changes that are coming? Yes. Will each of us in this community end up living an even more delightful life because of the changes that are coming? Yes. I have that sense because, even like I thought I would want to travel and stuff, I mean, traveling's fine, but I do find it a little shallow, I even said that to my husband the other day. I was like, well, if we can't travel, I do find it a little shallow. I think our lives would be better suited to just seeing what we can do to support each other, and actually, I thrive on knowing who I can help. If I don't know who I can help, then I'm like, well, I don't know. Nobody needs my help. So, yes. So, if you're anything like me, then you might feel that joy in that later on. Okay, they're saying yes. Okay, some people said the old some people said the old system must break before it can change. Yeah, big time. Others said the breakdown may already be happening right now. I think it is. Some people compared this to 2008 and said the cracks began then. Some of you said what looks like chaos may really be exposure. Yeah. Others asked if this process is necessary for something healthier. All right. So lead team, has the old system already been quietly breaking since 2008? Yes. What I have a problem with personally is understanding now that there's a group of shady people behind the scenes that are purposefully breaking things down right now. I have an issue with that. Yes. Is that true that there are some people behind the scenes? Yes. Do they think their breakdown will be beneficial for them? Yes. Will the breakdown that they are causing be beneficial for them? No. So it'll be beneficial for us? Yes. Very good. We just have some short-term pain. So, and I already asked this question, but is the short-term pain going to last more than 12 months? No, because we're going to know what we're dealing with. Is that why? I think that's the biggest fear, is just we don't know what we're dealing with. Yes. We'll adapt. We always adapt. Yes. Okay. Is what we are seeing now more exposure than collapse? Yes, except we've got that whole thing going on with, well, I'll just say this is allegedly, obviously, and entertainment purposes only. Is the Strait of Hormuz closed just because Iran wants it closed? No. Was this set up by design? Yes. Does Donald Trump know this plan? Yes. Yeah. He continues to come out and say, we almost have a deal. We almost have a deal. Are they even working on a deal right now? No. Yeah. And he's doing that to slow the awakening so that it's not all at once. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. There's some really good videos on this. In fact, I will post in this video one. Now, by the time you see this, that video might be a week old, but it's very, very helpful on and it's done really well scientifically about how the fuel is moving around the world. Okay. So that will just help, if that helps you kind of, get grounded, basically. It helped me get grounded, but all right. Could people mistake necessary change for total destruction? Yes. And again, that has to do with not understanding. No, we don't know what we're dealing with yet, Are we going to, this is what, okay, are we going to have a total apocalypse? No. Are communities, cities going to fall apart? No. So you have people online and some of the like deep preppers, like people like really that believe that like they're saying move out of the cities, move out of the cities. That's like a video I'm seeing right now, which is a little unnerving for me because I live in a city. So at least, a bigger metropolitan area. But I asked the SGs, I asked them, I'm like, is this, I mean, and they've kind of got our brains trained because of movies we've had out, you know what I mean? Which is probably why some of those people feel that's going to happen is because of the movies we've seen. So, yes. I mean, I just saw a movie a couple years ago, and maybe not even that long ago. It was literally, and it actually, when we were watching it, I said to my husband, yeah, this is maybe a preparation video. Do you guys remember that video or that movie? I don't remember who was in it, but it was basically look like end times. Like all the houses were empty, and I think maybe there was a virus or something. I don't know, but it was really like what it would look like if nobody knew what was going on type of thing. And they're like, yes. Was that conditioning? Was that movie conditioning? Yes. Was it conditioning for how they want us to act? Yes. Is that how we are going to act? No. See, we have more faith in us. It's not how we're going to act. Of course not. And it's not just people in this community. It's like, look around your community. People are amazing. People are amazing. Yes. Okay. Would humanity rebuild faster if people stop fighting each other? Obviously. Yes. Is the next stage more about restructuring than breakdown? Yes. So we have to see the breakdown first to know what to restructure, correct? So this is why it's like it feels a little fear, and then a little excited. Now, I did post, the last 2 days, I took the messages out of the Spirit Circle for April to help each of everybody in the community, if you're not in the Spirit Circle, get prepared for what the lead team is saying, okay, and what this month means. So because it's pretty early in the month still. So yeah, hopefully you had a chance to watch those. It was good. Okay, so who and what is really driving change? So many of you guys said, again, based on Anne's book and the topic, asked what is really behind the changes right now. Some people believe hidden systems are global and bigger than governments. Yes, and we've done, I did some videos on that already recently. Many people ask if there is a deeper global structure behind events, and the answer is yes, because again, I did that video. Others asked if power has moved beyond elected leaders, and I'll tell you the answer is yes, but I'll ask it again. Some people wondered if old money and global influence are involved. Some said the same system uses both political sides. Yes, 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 yes. Others questioned whether leaders ever had real control. You guys are right on it. You're on it. and I pulled your questions here before I recorded those videos, so you guys are hearing things way before I was. So, okay, so lead team. Are global systems more powerful than most governments? Yes. So is Donald Trump just a patsy, basically? He's got some puppet strings on. Yes. Okay. Does Don, does he want to be doing this? Yes. Okay. So, I kind of wasn't sure if they would have said no, like, no, he doesn't really want to be doing it. But does he not have a choice? Does he have a choice? Yes. Okay. Is it true that both political sides are influenced by the same forces? Yes. In all countries? Yes. Could world events be driven more by money than by politics? Yes, that's kind of an obvious. Would elected leaders have elected leaders had less power than people believed? Yes. Is humanity beginning to see the whole system more clearly now? Yes. And I think is that what would be considered the dark night of the soul? Yeah. Yep. And there's so many people who haven't seen it yet. I'm trying to get my husband to see it, you know, kindly and patiently and like slowly, but he has a different way of thinking about things too, And then my friends, none of my friends, Sean, hi, she listens here, but my other friends, not so much, not so much. They're busy with their kids, and yeah, okay. So why people feel so different right now. Many of you described feeling shocked, tired, lonely, or suddenly awake. Others said they have felt this way for years and now feel less alone. Well, I'm glad to have joined you. I don't know. I think this is what is going to allow me to move to because I can see things for what they are and I'm not going to accept it anymore. So, but maybe, okay, so lead team, do we have to get to this point individually? Do we have to have the dark night of the soul to understand this before we can ascend? Wow, wide swing on that. Okay, well then I guess I'm glad. So the folks is it likely that those of us who understand what's really going on will ascend first? Yes. Okay, then we'll be able to bring people along. Yes. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. One of the things I'm doing right now, and in fact, I had a dream last night. That there was some beings around me, and they did look like aliens, but I wasn't even afraid. But this is where I think we have to be in our stance. And it was awesome because in my dream, I was like, no, just use the word no. Use the word yes. Like almost that's your vibration just needs to be very clear on what's acceptable to you. Use yes. Oh, yes. And then when you see things that are unacceptable, like if you're keeping up on what's going on in the world and you start to feel a little fear, then just be like, no, not acceptable. I'm not accepting that. So in my dream, I literally, I had 3 alien things near me and they were right here. And I just went, no. And they just okay. I just kind of walked away. And I woke up and I was like, yeah, I'm really clear. Get away from me. Not that the aliens are, but it's almost like the dons of the world are the aliens, no, this is unacceptable. Whoever is behind the scenes here, it's just unacceptable, So start using the word no. So to draw your line, it's okay. We're allowed to use the word no. Are we allowed to use? Yes. Okay. All right. All right. Some people said their illusions broke long ago. Others said they feel like they are finally catching up. Yeah, that's me. Welcome. We're in that together. And thank you for the other ones who have been holding the fort down for us. Many said they feel both grief and relief at the same time. Me too. Me too right now. Yeah, we're all going through that's the dark night stuff. Several people described this as a very personal awakening. Others said they finally feel understood by this community. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so lead team, are more people feeling overwhelmed because their old beliefs are changing? Yes, you should see when I plant some seeds in my husband's mind and he's like, I have to, like, he looks at me a little bit like, the whole conspiracy theory people, like you're a conspiracy theorist now. So then I make him watch videos because I'm like, well, you have to hear this and then you can judge for yourself. You know what I mean? Could confusion be part of the awakening process? Yes. So we should expect to feel a little confused because you obviously, yes, because you can't see the whole picture. And maybe I keep saying like, I've seen enough, I know enough, and then I'm still looking for more. Is loneliness one of the hardest parts of seeing things differently? Oh my gosh, yes. Like again, with my husband, I'm even just with him, trying to help him see things differently. Are people being brought together because they share similar experiences? Yes, and that will probably continue. Will more people feel less alone over the next year? Yes. I've seen a lot of people in other videos, comments, people saying, I've been saying this for years. Okay, so staying grounded without looking away. A major theme in the comments was staying calm without ignoring reality. That is the biggest challenge. We've been talking about that. How to stay calm without ignoring reality. People want to know how to remain aware without living in fear. Yes, that is the question. And that's a lot of what's guiding some of my content right now. Many people said they stay grounded by focusing on daily life. Others said they prepare quietly without becoming obsessed. I'm trying to find the line there. Several said they listen but do not absorb everything. Yep, we're all trying to figure that out. Some people asked what prepared really means. Yep, so you guys could be giving each other some tips right now in the comments, and I can share them in another video. Others said love, family, and simple routines help most. Yes, I totally agree. All right, is it possible to stay informed? Well, obviously it's possible. Is it necessary for us to stay informed without becoming consumed? Yes, so it is necessary we stay informed. Yes, because there is a part of me that just wants to never be informed anymore. Is that advisable? No. Yeah, that's okay. So you want us to stay informed? Yes. Even if it's uncomfortable? Yes. But is that going to like slow my ascension down? Am I going to? No? Okay, I wondered about that. Okay. Would focusing on daily life help people stay more balanced, especially taking care of yourself, Yes. Could practical preparation reduce fear instead of increase it? Yes, it definitely has for me. Is emotional preparation more important than physical preparation? No. No. So physical preparation is more important right now? Yes. Will people do better if they stay connected to each other? That's a no-brainer. Yes. Okay. So what comes next? The strongest feeling in the comments was that something new is trying to emerge. People want to know if there is hope beyond the confusion. Many people believe the current system cannot continue as it is. It's done. It's done. Can you guys believe this? Like we are literally at that point right now. And the major chills. Yep, just got confirmation. And if you listen to the April messages, the first message was the time has come. That was the first message. You got to listen to the last two videos, you guys, from April that I put in the Spirit Circle. It will answer a lot of things. And I mean, it's incredible now when I look back over the year with all the pendulum messages. And one day I'll get them together and I'm not even sure they're going to be important, but it's because right now it just doesn't seem that important. But it's incredible to me. If you've been in the community, can you see the flow of how they've been helping us prepare in a slow, progressive way up to this point? it's incredible when I look back or even just think back over all the pendulum messages and oracle messages. And not only from the lead team, but from all the different spirits we've communicated with, JFK and, to Princess Diana, to like so many people. Those videos are all in here. That will keep your mind off things if you want to go listen to them. It will be really interesting someday to dissect their messages with what's actually happening right now to see like, oh, that's how they were preparing us. That would be fun to do. I'll have to do that someday when things calm down a little bit. So many people believe the current system cannot continue as it is. Others believe humanity is moving towards something more connected. Yes, I'm going to ask that, but I guarantee that's where we're going. And that's the 5D though. That's the 5D. And the 4D, the 3D, people are going to choose to leave the 3D. So people who are choosing to leave the 3D, which means if there's a disaster or if there's a, you know what I mean? We've got to trust that those people are choosing to ascend to the other plane in order to help us. And I will ask that. Okay. So I have a feeling we're going to see that. And that was actually warned even in the Golden Future, the book, The Golden Future by Diana Cooper. She said the population is going to reduce by half. Well, how do you think they're going to reduce by half? We're going to have to see that happen. I kind of wondered about that. I'm like, well, that's crazy, like that can't be, unless we get to the 5D and we can just see them go like, we're just leaving now. But I don't know how that's going to happen. So several people said love and unity are becoming more important. Some said the world is being forced to choose between fear and growth, 1,000%. Others believe this difficult period may lead to something better. I think 100% it's going to lead to something better. All right. And that's really where we have to just put our energy, is just believing that. Okay, so lead team, is it true that there will be a lot of souls ascending to the other plane, like transitioning during this time period? Yes. Is that going to be hard for us to watch that? Yes. Is it best if we trust that they want to leave? Yes. Okay. And I've heard they want to leave right now to actually help from the other side. Yes. And this was all a part of and it could be us. I mean, I don't know. It depends on where you live, I'm just trusting that. I'm actually not afraid of transitioning at all. If it happens, it happens. I'm more afraid of starving. Like, you know what I mean? Like that makes me way more uncomfortable than transitioning. Like if I transition, okay, I'll just help you guys from the other side. Okay. Yes. Okay. Are you saying I'm going to transition now? Is that what you're saying? No. Yeah. Like they tell me. Okay. So, but that's, I don't know how the rest of you feel about that. Okay. So in the next 10 years, is the population on Earth going to dramatically change? Yes. And I think psychologically we have to get prepared for that. Yes. Okay. So just hang on to that. Hang on to that. We need to get psychologically prepared for that. All right. Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. Let's see. Is humanity moving towards a more united future? United. Yes. Will the next few years reveal what truly matters most? That's what I'm excited about. Yes. Again, it's just getting us through this blip. But I can't believe it. I can't believe out of all these thousands of years, like we're in this lifetime for us right now. Could this difficult period create more compassion between people? Yes. Is there a better system waiting to emerge after this one changes? Yes. The question is, it will look, and that's the 5D, right? That's the ascension. Yes. So people who are not choosing to ascend in this lifetime, it's totally fine. They might transition. Yes. Okay. Which is, you know, it feels a little scary, right? Because you might know people that you love that are not, that maybe don't understand. Does that mean they won't ascend? No. Okay. We'll keep talking about this, you guys, till we get some understanding. It's really, I mean, we're never going to know 100% until we go through it, but it's about just helping us get through it. Yes. Yes. Is there a better system waiting to emerge? I already asked that one, but that's fine. After this one changes, yes. Will love matter more than fear in what comes next? Yes, but will we find that love? Will we find that love in our communities? Yes. Yes, we will. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, and in closing, the community doesn't, this is from your comments, the community does not want more division. We want truth, clarity, and a better future. Many people are asking how to stay grounded and help each other, so please offer your comments. Others want to understand what is really happening without fear. And the strongest message from the comments is simply, we are not alone, which is actually one of the messages from the lead team. That was from April. You are not alone. That was the last message they gave us. And I just got major chills again. Okay. And you know, I always ask Mabel to give me one kind of lighthearted question. Let's see how lighthearted it is. Will we someday laugh that the dark night of the soul needed a flashlight? Yes. Okay. That's funny. I don't read these questions ahead of time, you guys. I really don't. I count on her getting my rules right when I set these up. So yeah, that's pretty funny. That's okay. That's all right. All right, you guys, let me know. Give each other support, please, as always. If the comments and the questions you have in here warrant another video, we'll just keep going. I think we just have to. We have to keep talking about this. And, you know, it's a balance between focusing on what was and how we got here to where we're going. Because eventually we won't need to talk anymore about what was. But right now, you know, we need other people to understand it, right? And be pulled into the fold so that we can move together to what's going to be. So I'm just trying to find that delicate balance here. So, you know, as always, thank you so much for being here. And if you could hype this video, if you want other people to hear these messages, please share them and all that stuff. You know, thumbs up, comments, all that kind of stuff helps the algorithm. And, you know, make sure you sign up for our newsletter in case this system goes down for some reason. I can still do videos off this platform, but I like in the future, but I would be able to, I could do them, well, as long as we have internet, I could do them and then send them via the newsletter. So if you want to make sure you stay connected, I know my sister usually sends the newsletter out now and she's had some, you know, she's been busy. So we haven't had one go out for a little bit. But just know that it may be more, if you want to stay connected, it may be pretty important that you get on the newsletter and just hang out. Just don't unsubscribe and hang out there in case, you know, we need to get in touch a different way with each other. And one tip right now that I learned that I realize is really important, make sure this week you write down all phone numbers and addresses of people that are in your phone. I said to my husband the other day, I was like, so whose phone number do you know besides mine? Nobody's. So if your phone went down, and I'm not saying it's going to, but if it did for a short period of time and you needed to get a hold of somebody, you wouldn't know their phone numbers or their addresses, right? So Marcia, write down my phone number, Lob. Come on, write it down. All right. That's one practical thing I think we all need to be doing right now. Because again, this power issue, we don't know how this whole, what their plans are. You just have to assume they've got this big plan. You know, they've got this plan and we don't know what it's going to look like. in terms of like power outages and all that kind of stuff. So, and it may not look like anything for some of us. And maybe, because maybe we've got that foot in the 5D and our foot in the 3D. And when we have our foot in the 5D and very clear about where we are, because we're human, we're flipping back and forth. When we have our foot in the 5D for a while, you might not have a power outage, but when your foot slips back, when you're leaning more towards the 3D, you might get a power outage. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's how it's going to work. That kind of seems like a reasonable way to look at it, though. So it'll just be nice to see what's going to, just like with the pandemic. The planned pandemic is what we're learning now. And apparently a whole bunch of people knew this way before I did. I mean, my husband's still trying to grapple with that. I mean, people literally, public officials. I heard a public official in an official capacity, like with a group of people talking about economics and all this, talking about digital assets and how that was going to try to control people. Literally said, yeah, the planned pandemic. I was like, oh my God, what the hell? What the hell? So, see, I mean, none of my friends know that. None of my friends know that, you guys. So it's not like I certainly ain't the last one waking up, So we don't know what they have planned for us. But you know what we're going to do? No. Yeah, I'll take care of myself. I'll take care of my family. I'll take care of my community. But no, we're done with you. We're done with your shenanigans, needing everything for themselves. And again, the people who transition are choosing to transition. So just, maybe all of these creepos will be the ones who transition. So it's probably pretty likely. Well, they're not going to ascend, that's for sure, So we're not going to be taking them with us. So just, nope. No. That's called standing in your power. And I feel very strong about that nowadays. I'm not putting up fists. Hurts. I feel very strong about that right now. More than I've ever been in my whole life. Just like, nope. No. And cut, clear, cancel on all that, like I'm afraid to starve type of stuff. Just cut, clear, cancel if you have fears about something, So, okay, thanks so much for all your comments. It provided some really good content today and stuff for us to talk about, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.